Oh, Dragon Ball Super, here we are yet again. Something crazy happened, and it's so ridiculous that I think it trended on Twitter for like 2 days. It was unavoidable. Now, when it comes down to talk about the manga, which we are going to talk about basically what happened recently in a couple of minutes, so don't worry about it. I'll tell you when the spoilers start, just in case you haven't caught up yet. Every now and then something happens that's so big, it's literally everywhere and it's unavoidable. I try not to talk about the manga because I know people consume at their own pace. You know, you got some people that will literally have their eyes glued to the second leaks happen, like the early drawings, and they're keeping up with that. And then you got the ones who are reading the fan translated manga panels, and then of course the official releases. So Viz actually officially released the translation this morning, which by the time you upload this, it should be either tomorrow or later this week. But I'm recording on Tuesday morning, and Viz officially posted the most recent chapter this morning, and I read it the second I woke up. And of course, we got the new transformation for Vegeta that was so big that literally anybody that's been avoiding spoilers in the last couple of months immediately got destroyed. In fact, the homie C Reacts, who's been doing a good job staying away from like the internet, and anytime something happens in the manga, he doesn't know about it. He got spoiled. That's how bad it was. Unfortunately, this is what happens in anything that's hype, in anime, manga, comics, video games. Like the second something crazy happens, it's unavoidable sometimes. And unfortunately, if you guys saw a title and thumbnail, we're gonna be talking about Vegeta in this video. Now, the way I'm gonna break this video down, because at the end of the day, I don't want to start doing reviews again and stuff like that, is I want to talk about the form itself, and I kind of want to talk about what's happening in the manga right now leading up to this point. So if you're okay with that, you can hang out, but we're gonna officially start talking about spoilers right now. And by the way, as always, I want this to be a discussion amongst you guys as well, so make sure you're civil. I know when it comes down to any form of debates in anime and manga, comics, video games, people can get very, very heated. But at the end of the day, remember, we are a big family here, so be friendly toward each other. Let's talk about the form first. So my personal opinion, I love when they do new stuff. You know, the thing about Dragon Ball is at this point they've done literally pretty much everything. You know, you had Super Saiyan, which was cool, then slightly spikier Super Saiyan, then long hair Super Saiyan, and the question has always been what's going to happen after that. You know, we saw Super Saiyan 4 and GT, which I thought was the coolest transformation. Comment section below, let me know what your favorite transformations of all time from the Saiyans. Then, obviously, we're in Dragon Ball Super territory. We start seeing there's more stuff like Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Blue, Ultra Instinct. There's a lot of different forms that change the appearance of a Saiyan or just characters in general, that basically they just keep like testing how far they can go. Now in the Tournament of Power, we saw Toppo actually basically go into his God of Destruction transformation or form, whatever you want to call it, and it looks pretty badass. And the question we've always wondered is are we going to see more of that at some point? And the answer is yes, with Vegeta. I love the fact that we got the two parallels of both characters. You know, Vegeta obviously comes into the series being a bad guy that becomes a good guy over time. You know, we saw Goku's growth from Dragon Ball to now. I love how like they're both like the same kind of character, but they have their own different paths that have been taken in life. And with Ultra Instinct and training with Whis and Angel, we saw Goku achieve Ultra Instinct. That was very, very cool to me. You know, if you've been reading the manga, you saw he also trained with Beerus as well, another Angel. Again, we're in spoiler territory, so if you haven't caught up, just keep that in mind. And he's gotten better and learned how to use Ultra Instinct more. Now, recently in this current arc, we saw Vegeta training with Beerus, a God of Destruction. Again, parallels. We're getting both different sides of it. I love the fact that Vegeta, I mean, I might be a little bit biased because Beerus is my favorite character. I love the fact that Vegeta has been training with Beerus to basically take that path, you know, and we kind of get a glimpse of that now. We saw Vegeta's getting beat up, and he's completely outclassed. And the whole point of the entire chapter was he's talking about how, like, you may be better than me, you may be stronger than me, but I keep getting stronger, and I'm going to basically surpass you. Now, the Dragon Ball fan inside me immediately thinks like, oh no, like we've seen this. And it's like, this is a joke. This is a me within the community. Every time Vegeta gets cocky and he does stuff like where he points at himself, what happens next? He gets his ass beat. It's happened literally every single time. The man can't catch a break. And here we are now to the point where Vegeta's been hyped up so crazy. He's got a new form. He's pointing at himself still. He's getting his ass beat. He literally has no chance of beating Granola. And then he just brings out a form, God of Destruction form. Now, the fan inside me, who by the way, I've always been Team Vegeta over Team Goku, I want Vegeta to do something. I don't want this next chapter to turn into a situation where Vegeta's just been hyped up for nothing to happen. But unfortunately, over the course of like the last 30 years of the series, that's what always happened. Vegeta gets hyped up just to lose. That's what he does. Unfortunately, he always just loses, and I hate that. Like, come on. So, next month, I really hope he does something. But unfortunately, the way it's set up, I don't know where they're going to go with this current arc. Like, I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know if Granola is going to be the overall bad guy in this entire arc, or if he's going to change his mind. I mean, even in this chapter, we had Vegeta telling me that they're not the bad guy, something that Goku was telling them, and Granolla's clearly not having it. He was just like, I don't care, you're Saiyan, all Saiyans must die, yada, 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 baby Vegeta. Like, he wants to take revenge on all Saiyans. So I don't know if that's going to happen, but if Granolla is the main antagonist, the main bad guy of this arc, because you never know, maybe they're going to have something where they pop out that we don't expect. I don't see Vegeta doing anything against Granolla. Like, what's going to happen? He's going to beat his ass, and then Granola's going to break out of transformation, or maybe even try to, like, I don't know, copy Ultra Instinct, get out of destruction, do his own thing. I have no idea. I have no idea where it's going. So, I'm in the dark, and I like the fact that it's kind of unpredictable right now, but the problem is if it's too predictable, that's when it's going to be all like, I'm not really enjoying this as much as I did the last couple of arcs. So, I don't know where it's going with that. So, we got that out of the way. Comment section below, let me know your overall thoughts. Is Vegeta actually going to do something with God Destruction with his form? Or is it going to be one of those things where maybe he's just, this is his first time using this, he beats the ever-living hell out of Granolla, and last second his power runs out, and then that's how Granolla gets out of it. Maybe he escapes, gets strong, comes back, and then we get into basically the climax of the arc. That could very well happen. Wouldn't be a big fan, because I feel like that's kind of predictable, but I can see that happening. So yeah, if you have any predictions on what's going to happen next month, let me know down below. Now let's talk about the actual form itself. I like it, question mark. The reason why I say it like that is because the overall form itself, with how it looks and how I visualizing it in my head, is it looks cool with the aura and stuff like that. You know, it kind of looks like a mix of, he's got like, I feel like it's incomplete, number one. We started with Ultra Instinct. When Ultra Instinct was first achieved, Goku had the blank stare, he had his black hair spiked up sort of, and he had the aura. That's kind of what we're getting with this. That's something that I like. What I don't like is the whole eyebrows thing is weird to me. One of the reasons why I was never the biggest fan of Super Saiyan 3 is because like the forehead gets all big and then there's no eyebrows. I'm not one to talk. I got a big ass forehead. But still, I never was a big fan of that form because of that. I think Super Saiyan 3 is cool. The concept of something existing beyond Super Saiyan 2 is also dope to me. I was just not the biggest fan of that specific design. Now we have essentially Ultra Instinct with the mullet and no eyebrows, but the aura's cool. It's like everything else is fantastic, but he's kind of like, his hair is kind of like sort of spiking in the back. It's as if he's going Super Saiyan 3, but he stopped like a third of the way through and didn't actually go Super Saiyan, so his hair stayed black, and then he lost his eyebrows. That's kind of how it looks. It's like an awkward form. But again, everything else is cool. The presentation is fire, like I said. What I'm picturing the aura to be, it's probably something similar to what we saw in, you know, the Tournament of Power when Toppo achieved the form. That's all we know. Unfortunately, when it comes down to reading manga, you're kind of limited to your imaginations. For all we know, the aura could be green or something. It could be like purple. We have no clue what it looks like. I'm assuming it's gonna be something. Well, I guess purple is kind of what, you know, we had with God Destruction Toppo as well. But we don't know what I'm trying to say. And unfortunately, due to how the series is going right now, we might not see the animated for a long time, if not ever. Because right now we know that the movie is coming out. I don't think that movie is going to be related to what's happening in manga at all. And, you know, the theory that I always had was, what if, like, the anime took a break for a couple years so they can build up basically a catalog of story, and then they animate it. In which case, we won't know what this form looks like years from now. And the way it also works as far as, like, merchandise and games is, I don't think they're actually going to ever show us any of the stuff until it becomes in anime format. I mean, maybe we can see it in Dragon Ball Heroes, which could be sooner than later, but still, it's gonna be basically a long time where we actually see what the form actually looks like outside of the 2 pages that we got in this past chapter. So like I said, I like it, question mark. It looks cool, but I kind of want to see more of it. And I feel like I'm gonna be sold way more of it. Because the thing is when I first saw Ultra Instinct, I immediately liked this because I was always a big fan of simplicity, you know? When Super Saiyan God was revealed many years ago, I liked the fact that it was just so simple. It was just red hair. It's nothing too crazy, nothing too fancy. It's got badass aura, and that to me made me a big fan of it. But yeah, overall, like, I like the simplicity of it. So right now, it's still like up in the air. So in the comment section below, let me know your overall thoughts on the actual design, and then of course the other big question is what do you think is going to happen in the actual chapter? I just hope that they give this man something good, because I'm so tired of Vegeta coming in and just having these badass entrances all the time just to get his ass beat. The other thing is he was talking shit the whole time. The entire chapter, he's getting his ass beat and talking shit. I'm like, bro, back it up. Please do something that backs it up. I'm tired of you talking shit and getting folded, man. Oh, you sound like me in a raid video in Dragon Ball FighterZ the 3 Idiots. You gotta back it up. Oh, man. Now, in the off chance that, you know, the next chapter comes out next month, which is going to obviously come out next month, in the off chance that he does end up basically winning the fight temporarily, because they're not going to end it right there, I will be a big fan of it. I will be a big fan of it. What I just don't want to happen is they introduce Vegeta in this badass setup just for him to get folded, and then somehow Goku ends up being a hero. But again, the overall thing I want to kind of talk about in this video is I like the fact that we got the parallels. Goku's training with angels. He's been getting better with the Ultra Instinct. And then Vegeta training with Beerus is getting in the God Destruction form. I like that. What I never wanted to see happen is Vegeta basically get the hand-me-downs that Goku had. You know, in the Turn of Power when we saw UI, and then we're like, is Vegeta going to get it too? I remember all the theory videos that were going around on Twitter and on YouTube, and you get all the different fan art, and then of course we got Royal Blue, which was like, oh, I mean, at least it's his own thing. I never liked the Royal Blue transformation, is what I like to call it. Evolution Vegeta. I mean, it was cool that he broke through his own barrier. That's what Vegeta does. Is Goku gets his abilities, his power ups, but Vegeta really grinds for it. He really powers through it. That man got so angry and into an eternal power that he literally evolved past Blue, and that was kind of dope to me. I just didn't like how it looked. It was basically, you know, like it looked like a hand-me-down transformation. But this, I'm a fan of this. I just want to see more of it. So yeah. With that said, let me know your thoughts down below. Again, I don't want to be, you know, bringing back reviews and stuff like that, but every now and then when something does happen that's worthy of talking about, I am going to make videos like this to see what you guys think. So in the comment section below, let me know your overall thoughts on the design and transformation, where you think the series is going, and what you think is going to happen next month. And I want to see who can call it. I want to see which one of you can have the perfect prediction. Unfortunately, like I said, it is Vegeta, and in the past, literally every single time that man walked in cocky, talking with his ego, he lost. But the thing is something that I want to point out, is I don't want to be that guy that's like, it's different this time. It is different this time, you know? Vegeta, the way he's been training is he was getting his ass beat by Beerus when they were training a couple chapters ago, and it just feels like it was different. It's like he had to go through his ass whooping to further push himself to his evolution. Because remember how like Goku had to push himself into UI at the very last moments when the form broke out? I feel like this is kind of a similarity to that, where he's getting his ass beat and evolving to the point where the God Destruction form did come out. I think that was needed. Now the question is it going to be enough? And I don't know. All we're going to find out is, I guess, waiting exactly a month, and hopefully ends up being as far as the setup was. But what I don't want to happen is the man to lose. Because if Vegeta loses, like, come on. That will officially confirm that we'll never, ever, ever see Vegeta do something cool in regards to, like, stepping up and then being able to deliver. Because I'm tired of happening, man. Give that man some credit. He's dope. Anyways. Comment section below, let me know your overall thoughts about anything that we discussed in this video, your overall hype, and again, be nice to each other. I guess I'll see you guys in a month from now. Because of the nature of this, I will probably definitely do another video on this next month to talk about the follow-up. But yeah, we got a whole month of waiting to do, and we don't know which way it's going to go yet. I mean, we have an idea, but hopefully it's not what we think is going to happen. I want it to be completely unpredictable, and I want this man to kick that man's ass and then do something. So yeah. Alright, I'm ending it right here. Let me know your thoughts down below, what you guys think, anything you also noticed in the chapter you want to talk about. And of course, if you enjoy seeing videos like this, feel free to hit the like button as well. Thank you guys for watching. My name is Rhymestyle. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.